The Fog Dimension by Michael. At school on Thursday, January 16, 2020, at exactly 12:40 p.m., I was spinning my pencil. All of a sudden, I hear whispers getting louder and louder. I was starting to panic. Everything went silent and quiet. When I opened my eyes, the school was dark. I was all alone. It was terrifying. There was lots and lots of fog, so I called it the Fog Dimension. A strange figure walked by. It was my future self, I thought. He asked me if I was okay. I responded with yes, and then he gave me a strange device that I put on my arm. He explained it would teleport me to this blue fog dimension, back and forth from each dimension. He would also be watching me, telling me things to help me out. I thought it was so cool. So I practiced using the machine for 2 years in the fog dimension. A year in that dimension equaled 1 second in my regular world. I returned to my world 2 years later in the fog blue universe. I made myself a sword and named it Elucidator. In the iron dimension, I gave myself a new name, the Fog. I went back to my regular dimension. Then out of nowhere, I heard a voice that told me to duck. The monster swung his sword and missed. The monster's sword swung again, but there was no voice this time, and it hit me. I was so angry at myself for losing so easily after practicing for 2 years. I teleported to a dark room with green zeros and ones all over it. Then everything went bright. I sat up and saw there were about 10 men standing around me. They told me I was their test subject for an operation that they called the Fog, and I was their 3,256,705th subject. They said people thought I was missing for 12 years, and that I'm not 12 anymore, I'm 22. I ran out as fast as I could and escaped into the fog for another adventure. I wrote this story to warn you to watch your back, or you might be in the fog next.